Olympic champion Alysa Liu has known Eileen Gu since they were kids. I'm rooting for her always. The two best bets to win the gold medal in women's halfpipe skiing at the Winter Olympics were born in the United States. Zoe Atke competes for Britain and hardly anyone raises a fuss about it. Eileen Gu competes for China and never hears the end of it. Stories of athletes who lived in one country then decided to compete for another are nothing new to international sports. Throw some Olympic rings on it, then add a high-profile athlete enjoying tremendous success the way Gu has, and it turns into something messy, even political. So many athletes compete for a different country, Gu said after Thursday night's qualifying put her in the mix for her third medal of these games. People only have a problem with me doing it because they kind of lump China into this monolithic entity, and they just hate China. So it's not really about what they think it's about. She was responding to a question stemming from the latest comments that drew her into the headlines. US Vice President J.D. Vance told Fox News earlier in the week he would hope someone who benefited from growing up in the United States, the way Gu has, would want to compete under its flag. None of this is new to the 22-year-old Bay Area native, who recognizes she absorbs her share of vitriol not just because she competes for her mother's homeland, but also because of her success both on and off the snow. Not long after the Olympics are over, Gu will be back in Milan attending a fashion show. Before that, on Saturday, she will be going for her 6th Olympic medal and trying to make it 3 for 3 at 2 straight games. That's something no one else has done since the addition of big air to the program 4 years ago gave freestyle skiing a third head-over-heels event in the snowpark. Like, if I wasn't doing well, I think that they probably wouldn't care as much, and that's okay for me, she said. After the Olympics, action sports stopped caring about countries so much. Alysa Liu, the American gold medalist in figure skating whose father is Chinese and settled in the Bay Area in his 20s, said her national team allegiance has never been talked about and she threw her support behind Gu. Eileen is doing amazing. I've actually known her. In the world of elite sports, rivalries are often louder than friendships. Headlines thrive on tension, on podium battles, narrow defeats, and fierce competition. But sometimes, the most powerful story is not about rivalry at all. It is about respect. It is about shared childhood dreams. It is about two young girls who once laced up their skates and buckled their ski boots with the same quiet belief. Maybe one day, we'll be Olympians. Olympic champion Alysa Liu has known Eileen Gu since they were kids. Before the gold medals, before the flashing cameras, before the world knew their names, they were simply two determined girls growing up in Northern California. Ambitious, focused, and impossibly talented. Today, even as their paths have taken them to different arenas, figure skating and freestyle skiing, Liu's words remain simple and sincere. I'm rooting for her always. 2 dreams, 1 beginning. Childhood friendships are fragile things. They are built in school hallways, on playgrounds, and in weekend practices that stretch long into the evening. For Alysa and Eileen, their childhood unfolded against a backdrop of relentless training and extraordinary expectation. Both were raised by immigrant families. Both were shaped by discipline, culture, and a deep appreciation for opportunity. Their early years were not typical childhoods filled only with play. They were marked by early morning practices, long drives to competitions, and the quiet sacrifices that only young athletes and their families truly understand. Alysa found her world on the ice. The rink became her canvas, cold, bright, demanding perfection with every glide. Figure skating is a sport of balance between grace and precision, where one mistake can undo months of preparation. From a young age, Alysa displayed fearlessness. She attacked jumps with confidence beyond her years, landing complex triples while still barely tall enough to see over the rink boards. Eileen, meanwhile, found her freedom in the snow. Freestyle skiing is a sport of flight, of defying gravity and embracing risk. She soared off halfpipes and big air ramps with elegance and control. Snow, wind, and sky became her domain. Like Alysa, she was daring. Like Alysa, she was composed under pressure. Even as children, they understood something most people never do. Greatness requires loneliness, discipline, and an unusual tolerance for discomfort. But they also understood something equally important, the power of familiarity. When you see another child sacrificing the same weekends, missing the same birthday parties, chasing the same improbable dream, there is comfort in that. Growing up under bright lights. As they grew older, the spotlight found them quickly. Alysa Liu became one of the most talked-about young figure skaters in the United States. She shattered age records, executed jumps far beyond her years, and carried expectations that would overwhelm most adults. The ice rink became not just a training ground, but a stage watched by millions. Eileen Gu, too, rose meteorically in freestyle skiing. Her athletic ability, combined with intelligence and poise, made her a global icon before she even reached adulthood. She balanced academics and athletics with remarkable composure, becoming a symbol of ambition that transcended sport. For many athletes, rapid fame can strain friendships. Competition can create distance. Media narratives can create imagined rivalries. But Alysa's sentiment, "I'm rooting for her always," suggests something different. It suggests maturity. It suggests that when you've known someone since childhood, before medals define them, you see more than their achievements. You see the girl who once laughed in the parking lot after practice. You see the person behind the podium. The quiet strength of support. In elite sports, support is not always loud. It is often quiet. It is a text message after a tough competition. It is watching from afar and smiling when someone you know stands on the podium. It is understanding the weight of expectation without needing it explained. When Alysa says she's rooting for Eileen, it carries weight because she understands the journey intimately. She understands the early alarms, the injuries, the self-doubt that creeps in when the world expects perfection. Figure skating and freestyle skiing may look different on television, but at their core they demand similar qualities. Precision under pressure. Courage in the face of risk.